about a week ago, I decided to buy the LEGO Friends tiny accessory store, and, well, they weren't lying, it sure is tiny. And you do get two alright mini dolls, I guess. I mean, you got, this chick, her name's Candy. I don't know why she's named Candy. Were her parents hungry when they named her? But who knows. And we also have, Paisley, I think her name is. She's got the epic, I don't like talking to you hairpiece. But we don't care about those two. Here we're talking about the tiny accessory store. Now, I bought this last Saturday just because it was basically an impulse buy, because I thought, I might find a use for it in the city, and I haven't actually found a use I'm satisfied with until today. Now, I was just randomly watching YouTube, and then I realized something. Wait a minute. I could convert this into the suicide booth from Futurama. I'm not going to make an exact replica of that, because I do want to recycle the set, so, it's actually worth my money, but I want to, have the same idea. So it basically is a suicide booth, even if it's got, yellow and aqua colors. So now, before we do that, I do want to repurpose some of the things inside and include it in the set. Now, the set generally reminds me of another LEGO Friends set, the Fashion Boutique. No, I made a mistake here. I'm guessing I'm going to have to fix that later, but it reminds me a lot of this fashion store, which I much prefer because it's an actual building. But I do want to take some of the elements from this set and put it in here, because, I mean, it's got some pretty good accessories. I mean, you got this, checkout thingy, you got a actual really well-functioning mirror, and even a little container here. So I'll take some of this stuff and put it in here. And here is my modified version of the set. Now, I'll start off with the interior, because basically, it's a bit more cramped now. I put the mirror over there, and I got all this, stuff here. Now, I know some people may be upset that it's gonna look cramped, but if you look at it from the very front, within the store window, it does kinda make sense. So, yeah, you can kind of, see it there. And also, just through, the general main store window, although the pants are in the way. The only exterior mod I ended up making was basically for the sign here. Now, of course some people may be upset that there's two signs, but here's the way I see it. In the context of my LEGO city, there's basically a clothes recycling bin basically right next to the shop. And I think maybe this sign could be for that, and this sign could be for the actual store, and this thingy's, coming loose. But yeah, so now I got all of the accessories out of, here and into there. Now, as for the suicide booth, I will be keeping this, just because, you gotta pay for your deaths. So, yeah. But I do want to move these stickers. I don't want to remove them, just in case I even want to rebuild the set, or, recycle these pieces, but I think what I will do is just move them to the back, just so you don't see them. Another thing I also want to do is cover up these windows, because who wants to be someone brutally mutilated? It's kind of you don't really want little Timmy seeing that. Okay, I looked through my parts, and these are the only bricks I could find in my parts collection that basically match the color of the walls, so I think what I'm gonna do is just use a whole bunch of, snot bricks. Let me find my bag. Yeah, right here. This is, where I keep all of my loose, snot bricks, so I guess I'll use them, and I mean, I don't think, well, white's not really in the color scheme, but it wouldn't look too bad, would it? So, I guess that's what I'll use. Actually, wait, scratch that. I actually found quite a few plates, so yeah, so if I combine these alongside a whole bunch of connector pieces, I should be able to make up the walls, so yeah. I actually forgot I could use mixel joints. This is actually going to be really useful for the suicide booth. So I guess I'll place these in, and, I guess the sides don't look too pretty, but then again, this is probably going to go in between some buildings. It's not going to be, directly on the street, unlike in the show. Also, I kind of want to get rid of, that sign there, so there we go. Out with the old and in with the new, and, yeah, I think it's looking pretty good so far. And here is the suicide booth so far. As you can see, it's completely closed off and there are no windows anymore. And I actually like how it's completely dark inside to, represent how this is a pretty dark subject matter. And, yeah, I decided to keep this, because, you gotta pay somehow, and I also have an ad for Itchy and Scratchy, because, Simpsons reference. And, here I have a whole bunch of clips and mixel joints for weapons. So, now it's the fun part. There we go, it's focusing. Clips, weapons. Admittedly, there's just a whole bunch of loose minifigure accessories I have, but, there's a lot of weapons in here. Now, as much as I want to make something that bends around completely like this in all sorts of wacky directions, that's gonna not really fit in there, because it'll be way too big, so unfortunately I will have to cut it down to just, like, a clip like this, because already I'm using up a lot of space in here, so first weapon, there we go. Now, before I actually show off the suicide booth, we need to do the minifigures. So, first off, we have Fry. I know this looks absolutely nothing like him, but this is the closest hairpiece I had. I'm running low on flesh face prints. The torso I actually really like, and the legs are just dark blue legs. As for Bender, this is probably the best I could actually do with the pieces I have. And it doesn't look awful, but it also, like Fry, looks absolutely nothing like Bender. Like, he's completely missing the mouth. He looks too humanoid, if that makes any sense, so get rid of Bender. I'll just replace him with Jake the dog, because they're the same voice actor, so yeah. And now behold, the suicide booth. As you can see, it's very similar to the original set, just with the stickers placed around in different places, and also got rid of the windows. I did decide to leave this open just so you could kind of see the darkness. And up here, I decided to have a little mascot. This is Percy, the plague doctor looking guy. And he's basically the average Twitter user because he wants you to end yourself. Anyway, you can open this up and take a look at all of the weapons in there. I know in the original show, it wasn't just like, these little drill thingies. There was also like saws and that, and they didn't have like swords and pickaxes, but there's my city that I can do what I want, and besides, the whole point of this video is to modify the set so I actually got something out of it. And I actually kind of want to see, can you actually fit, Fry and, Bender inside? And, oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I moved the pickaxe to the very middle, and sure enough, it closes up, almost. It's not perfect, but hey, it's closed now. So, yeah, that's basically my suicide booth mock. It's not really a mock, it's more of just a modification of the set. But overall, I'm glad that I actually found a purpose for the set, because, like I said, it was basically an impulse buy, and, impulse buys are, yeah, not really good for your wallet, so I'm glad that, I actually found a use for this. Anyway, that's basically it for this video, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.